So you can use water to understand the difference between a false and a real understanding of something. And so when I say understanding of something, I mean an understanding of the thing in itself. Right? What's the difference between a false understanding and a real understanding about an actual thing that exists? Right? There's no for an idea or for a concept. I don't know, like biology or something like that. There's no false understanding exactly, because it doesn't exist. It's only an idea. And so with real things, the real thing is going to be covered by an idea. Like, it's gonna have a surface to it. But it's going to have a body to it, and it's the same surface as the imaginary thing. So, like, if you look at something, if you're misunderstanding something, it means that you're not merged with it. You're not sharing body with it. You're not in communion with it. So, like, if you're studying something and you're not one with it, your understanding of it is going to be from the outside, and that's like looking at something through air and seeing the surface. If you understand something, if you're one with it, that's like sharing body with it and being one with it from underneath and looking at the same surface. But you're in there with it, like you're part of it. You have the same body. But the understanding, like what you see from either side, is going to be the same surface. So that's where, that's why false teachers are correct most of the time. Because there's only one thing to see. It's not like you're going to, when you shift from the imaginary false place, like the air, into the water, there's still only one thing to see, and that's the surface. So you're still seeing and describing the surface from the position of disconnection, right? I don't even know if I'll call it false. It's just from the position of non-communion, or the position of not sharing body, right? So you see the same surface as you do if you were actually in it, like under the surface, in the body of the thing, understanding it through knowing, through direct experience, and then the surface doesn't change. So like if you were to describe what was happening, both positions are describing the surface, exact same metaphysics, exact same facts, exact same patterns. Everything's the same. Because the only thing that you would describe is the surface. You're not going to describe the air that it doesn't have surface, and you're not going to describe the water that doesn't have surface. The only thing that's ever happening is the surface between two different densities that are invisible in and of themselves, except where they contact something else. One of them being more substantive and being like the bottom density, or the density of the matter, and the other one being less substantive and being the density of the air. And the one that forms the body, it's like, well, all there is to see are the waves. Okay, what makes the waves? The body. The heavier fluid, the water. But there's no way that a body can make any waves or have any things happening without a different density fluid contacting it, like the air. Or even if matter is dissolved in water, there's like a like a rock is just a heavier density, and then the water is the air to the rock. But it's only at those boundary conditions are there waves, and so that's the only place that there's descriptive things. So the only place that there could possibly be descriptive things is between two other things, like the real and the unreal. And then at the boundary between the real and the unreal, you get waves, and then those waves are going to be the same from the unreal as they are from the real. They're, like, if you you look from below the surface, you're going to see the same waves as if you're looking from above. So the descriptors, the intellectual understanding, the ability to just see what's happening is the same.